Hey, what's up, YouTubers? John Rambo. I wanted to do a video response to James Yeager. He did a video about bug out bags. James's videos on bug out bags have really made me rethink my strategy. The pounds equals pain thing. He's right about that. And another thing he's right about. If you pick a big bag, you're going to fill that bag with everything you can put in it. So it's better off like he says, take the items you need and then buy a pack for that. So this is my previous get home bag. That's what a lot of us call it instead of a bug out bag. I think, we call it. I keep this in my vehicle. I think a bug out bag is what you keep in your house to leave home, which I really don't have no plans of leaving home, because I mean it's just a lot better to hunker down in your home. But anyway, I believe the get home bag is very important. Now this is the current Army assault pack. And it doesn't have a frame, and a lot of times I'd use this to go out on missions that last about a day or two. It holds everything you need for a soldier. But anyway, I kept this camelback bladder in it. I also call this my SEER bag: survive, escape, resist, and evade. I kept camouflage items or items that wouldn't draw much attention, to myself. But okay, I'm going to show you the contents that were in it and talk to you about what's going to be in it in the future. Now this was my mountain bag. It is stuffed with feathers, sleeping bag. I won't have this in the pack no more, but it probably will be in the vehicle. Sometimes you just never know where you're going to end up sleeping, so this won't be in the bag no more. And I only work currently. I only work 12. My job's 12 miles from where I live. If I take a main roads, I could be, and society's probably not going to collapse within a day's time. I'm not going to get shot walking down the road. So main highway, I could probably walk home in about probably 4 to 5 hours. I think I figured it, but here's the next item. Is just your basic GI woodland poncho. These are good for shelter building, so already keep yourself dry, so definitely that. And when it comes to shelter building, you can't have enough paracord. And here's a belt I made out of paracord, just in case you need a sling or something like that, or more paracord. And duct tape has multi-purposes. You use it for helping build shelters also. I'll get into my medical kit a little bit. First off, this is the Special Forces tourniquet. It's got an aluminum stick or handle. I don't know what you want to call this, but listen, the one in the IFAC, the GI IFACs, are plastic and they can break. I've seen them break. I mean, not during use, but so that's that. And I keep ace bandage or wrap, so if you got a sprain or something, maybe you can wrap it up and keep it moving. And I got black electrical tape. I usually use this for band-aids a lot of times. Keep water out of your wounds. So. And I got quick clot combat gauze, so if you need to stop some bleeding or something. So. Alright, moving along. Water. I always kept two bottles in my pack, and like I said, I had the camelback, so if I need to refill and carry more, a lot of times I have fresh spring water running around here where I live, so it's not, a lot of times it's not even necessary to purify it, because it's not like it's stagnated water or anything. But I'd keep this in there. drink mix, but this is the liquid drink mix, and this is going to be replaced with powdered drink mix just to keep your drinks interesting, I guess. So this is going to be replaced with powdered drink mix. And fire building, this is a butane lighter I kept in my pack. I opened it a few days ago after this pack I put together several years ago, and the butane is all leaked out, I guess, and this is now completely useless. So I like butane, but now I'm going to have to replace this with something else, maybe a big lighter or a couple big lighters. Direction finder, this is a Bushnell GPS. I have one that's better. This is just basically almost a compass, electronic compass, to tell you which way you're going or whatever. But this is probably going to be replaced. Another thing about, if you're going to have electronics and like flashlights or whatever in your backpacks, it'd be a good idea not to store batteries in them like I've done in the past. The batteries could leak and it'll destroy your GPS or whatever. So yeah, keeping batteries in these things is a bad idea. This is nothing wrong with this one, but the batteries are dead. But okay. Now where I live, there's not a lot of natural disasters, but it does get cold here in the mountains. But in the winter, you know, if you have to bug out in the winter time, you can get these on clearance at Walmart. You know, in the hunting section. After hunting season, you can usually get these on clearance. So if you are bugged out in the winter time, stick these in your pockets, keep your hand warm. Stick them in your boots or keep your feet warm or whatever. So that might be a good addition to you get home back. This is an extra Gerber. I probably don't need it because I carry one every day, but I'd hate to have to live without one. So this is probably stay in the bag also, just for in time, just in case something happens to my other one. This is solid fixation. It's my favorite type of knife. It's sharp and it's pointy, and it's got serrated blade on one side, straight on the other. Probably not a definitely not a bushcraft knife, but yeah, it probably protects you if you need it. Originally, I had these Sterno canned heat or canned cooking fuel in my pack, but these are I'll put these in here just in case I need to lay low or something and wanted to cook me something to eat, and it won't draw as much attention as a campfire. So anyway, these will probably be discarded too because they're just awful bulky like, and maybe not all that useful. Now food items, I had granola bars and beef jerky in here. The beef jerky was one of them packs that you could get had air in it, like a 4-ounce pack. And I'm probably going to stay with beef jerky, but get those ones that are vacuum, almost like a vacuum packed, and so hopefully it'll last longer. But the one that has all the air in it, I threw them away. I just wasn't sure about them. They'd been in there several years. I also threw the granola bars away, so I got to redo that. Talking about footwear, these are my running shoes. You know, I run twice a week, about 2 or 3 miles each time I run. One thing you can't buy or put in a backpack is your physical ability. So you better have some physical ability. First and foremost, you better have that. And if you got a lot of skill, that's great too. Now these are my work boots, and they are waterproof, and they have so much Thinsulate in them, and they're Justins, and they're pretty comfortable. So I wear them every day, and I don't think it'd be so bad if I had to wear these home. But you know, for a long walk, I think I could do it. But like I say, I usually keep some of these in my toolbox, and then they're usually in my vehicle also. Now, 2 or 3 years from now, my job is going to move about 40 miles away, and if I had to go walk home, it's going to take me probably 2 to 3 days, depending on how, you know, how far. And there's some lesser traveled highways that I can take to get home. There are 2 interstates, but I know the highways, so that's probably what I'll be doing, taking lesser traveled highways to get home. And something a lot of people may not have thought of is creating a cash system along the way. These MREs, anybody that's ever used MREs knows that this is a pretty good package, but inside your food's packed again. So these would probably last, you know, out in the weather for a long time, you know, sealed. But I wouldn't bury them, but I'd probably put them in like culverts or places I don't think nobody's going to look normally. My catch these along the way, you know, and after about a year or 2, switch them out with some more MREs, just, you know, so you'd have your cash system set up. Another thing a lot of people may not think of is, you know, do you have friends' homes along the way that you could stay the night, you know, on your walk home? So that's something I'm going to have to work on here in about 2 or 3 years, because my job moving. Where my job is now, I got at least 2 places that I can stay the night, or stop and get something to eat or whatever, rest a little. So alright, this is John Rambo. I'm going to make another, after I get my other bag set up, I'm going to show it to you. And John Rambo, and I'm out.